Good morning. Happy Saturday. So I'm going to talk today about how to feel a little bit better about your healing process. I'm going to talk about how healing is not always linear and how understanding what's really going on in your healing process can just make you feel a little bit more confident and comfortable with what's going on. So if you're new here and you haven't met me yet, my name is Lindsay O'Brien, and I am a coach and an energy healer, and I help women heal from toxic and difficult relationships so they can feel more free, happy, and empowered to reclaim their lives. And for you guys watching here, I do this every week. I'm giving away 5 free discovery sessions this week, and you can book one by clicking on the link in the description of the video. And these are sessions where we dive really deep into what you're struggling with and come up with a plan to help you move forward and really feel like you can take back your life and start to thrive. Okay, so back to the healing process. So this is a really, really important thing to talk about. And actually, Rocky yesterday in the comments brought this up about how healing is not always linear. So thank you, Rocky. This is a super great topic, and I'm really glad that you brought it up. So when we're recovering from something, when we're going through a healing process, we can sometimes get really hard on ourselves if we're not seeing instant shifts, or if things are not just getting better consistently. We can sometimes think that we're doing something wrong, and this isn't what's happening at all. So don't get me wrong, that can happen. We can have immediate shifts and feel consistently better. It happens all the time. It happens with my clients a lot. But when we're doing some really deep healing and transformation work, it often doesn't look like that. It often does not look linear. And, sometimes it can look like we're even going backwards. So I wanted to clarify what is actually going on and why you're not actually going backwards, even though it might feel like it. So true change and true transformation requires us to look at ourselves, to go from running away, distracting, to turning around and bringing the focus inward on ourselves. And this is an inherently uncomfortable process. This is never going to be a pleasant thing to do initially. Transformation requires us to look at how we've been living and how we've been behaving and shift those things, to start doing things differently. So it's going to bring up some uncomfortable emotions. That is part of the process and how it works. And so we have to allow those emotions to come up and process through them, work through them, in order to really have those big shifts and transformations that we're wanting to bring into our lives. So this is the real nitty-gritty of the healing process. This is transformative work. It can look like we're going a bit backwards, but we're actually not. We have to really get in there and discover what is going on within ourselves. So instead of running, transformation requires us, like I said, to turn around and face these things. We really have to look it in the eyes. And this is the uncomfortable stuff. So, they say like in order to shift something, you have to be aware of it first. And awareness is sometimes the uncomfortable step, and it can sometimes feel like you're going backwards. So if you feel like your healing process is not going like you think it should, you're most likely just going through the normal ups and downs of healing. But I want you to notice, that in general, you are always moving forward. Like if you take a look back at, if you've been doing healing for a while, if you've been focused on a healing path and growth and transformation, if you look back at where you were, let's say years ago, you are almost always more free and more whole than when you started. This is almost always the case. It can sometimes be hard to look at it objectively when you're in the thick of it, when stuff is coming up, when you're doing some really big shifts. But like I said, if you take a step back, you can always see that you are changing, you are growing, you are transforming. You're not the same person that you were, years ago. So yes, healing is not always linear. And, I said this in my group yesterday. Sometimes what looks like taking a step backwards is actually a huge leap forward, but it doesn't look like it in the moment. It takes sometimes these periods of feeling a little bit worse while we're getting into the nitty-gritty before you make a huge jump and a huge transformation. All right, guys, I hope that this was helpful. If you want to share your own stories about your healing process and the ups and downs, or maybe for you it's been linear, and that's wonderful. Feel free to share, and I will, if you have any questions also, I will answer them in the comments. All right, guys, if you came in here at the end, this week I am giving away 5 free discovery sessions, so feel free to click on the link and book one of those. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, always, please feel free to send me more questions if you have a topic that you would like me to cover in these live videos. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.